Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Sam, and in today's video I wanted to sit down and just chat with you guys about why we are moving. And so you probably saw from the thumbnail and the title that yes, we are moving, and I shared a little bit about why over on Instagram. If you don't follow me, it's _SamHolly_ over there. I shared a little bit about why we're moving, but I wanted to give like an in-depth video because I feel like it's kind of confusing. It's kind of a shock, I guess, or people weren't expecting us to be moving, and I just wanted to talk about it. I just want to like sit down and have like a girls chat with y'all. I'm sweating. It is like the surface of the sun here. And yeah, so if this is your first video you've ever seen on my channel, I live in Maine, and I live in central Maine. I never share the town because I don't know, I have kids and I just feel like I don't really want everyone knowing. But at the same time, now that I'm going to be selling our house, lots of y'all are going to find out where I live. So anyway, I live in central Maine, and I'm sure if you want to find out where I live, you'll be able to soon as the listing goes up. I don't know why I'm so weird about it, but anyway, long story short, we're moving. So let me get into it. So our house, we bought this house a couple years ago, 3 years ago next month. And when we first bought it, it was when the market was kind of crazy, and still kind of is, but there was really nothing available in our price range. And we saw this on there and we were like, okay, we gotta go for it. It's 3 beds. We wanted 3 bedrooms at least. We have 3 kids, so 2 could share a room, whatever. And we put an offer on it, and there was a bidding war, as there was, and I guess apparently there still is. I'll tell you more about that. We just talked to our realtor today. But we ended up getting it. We offered, I think, $15,000 over, which at the time was like, you just like had to, and we skipped inspection. This is Cricket, if you don't know Cricket. But yeah, so we ended up getting the house, and oddly enough, Renee's like babysitter, one of them, she's had like a million, her parents lived in this house, and so she was selling it because they passed away. So anyway, we got the house. We knew it wouldn't be our forever house because it's not very big, and I don't need a lot of space, but, or like, I don't prefer a huge house, but having 3 boys who are massive, by the way. My oldest son, Ben, he is 13 and he's already like 6'1", 6'2". So yeah, 3 giant boys living in this house. It's like, it's cramped. So anyway, we already knew it wasn't going to be our forever home. So our plan was to live here. We honestly thought we might live here for the entirety that the boys went to school here, and then move, or at least until they were in high school, and then find another house that was bigger once the market wasn't so insane. But yeah, so we started to fix it up basically to my liking, with the cottagecore theme and all that. But honestly, if you take away my decor, it's very neutral. But anyway, so we fixed it up, and that's something that, sorry, this cat, like, a lot of people are commenting is like, what? Well, you just fixed it up, why would you sell it? First of all, I want to live somewhere where I like it, and I like the decor, and I like what it looks like, and I have kids, so I want the house to be nice where they're living. And so I've always been one of those people that even if I'm renting, I'm gonna fix that place up. Like, I'm gonna make it cute. There's no way I can live where I don't feel like it is like clean and cozy and like to my liking, you know. It has to be, I have to feel comfortable there, and I have to feel like, okay, having my kids live there. And so even if I'm renting it, I'm still gonna make it my style. I don't think it's a waste of time to be happy where you're living. And so that's why we fixed it up. And then number 2, always knowing in the back of our heads that we're trying to raise the value of our home for reselling. And so right now it's definitely a seller's market, and we kind of want to take advantage of that because we have a lot of equity in our home for only having it for 3 years. And so we've done a lot of work to it. Basically, it has a new kitchen and a new bathroom. So if you are in the market for a home in Central Maine, you want to buy my house? But yeah, so we've done a lot. It's like has all new paint everywhere. There's a new leach field. It has a metal roof. We have almost 2 acres. It's an amazing home. But so where we're going, let's get to that. Where we are moving to, my ex-wife, the mother of my older 2 boys, has a rental unit, a multi-unit. She owns a multi-unit home building in our town. We both live in the same town. There's going to be a space opening up. That is a 2-bedroom. It's like upstairs, downstairs. There's a bathroom, of course, kitchen, living room, and like a entryway. And so what we're going to do is live in that unit, fix it up. And that's another thing is people are like, why are you going to fix up a rental? Same thing I just said is that I want to live somewhere that I like. I love like decorating and designing and just making a space cozy and cute. And so I'm really excited to renovate it. So right now it's not cute, much like this house was not cute, and now it is. And so I'm excited to take you guys along on that journey. I'm going to be posting here on YouTube, mostly on Instagram though, but I will definitely make videos about it, about all the renovations. I have plans already in my head for it. And yeah, so in that building, my older two boys' bedroom with my ex shares a wall with what would be Frank's bedroom, my youngest son. And so we are going to cut a door, and so it'll like connect the 2 units. And also whenever we move out, you know, my ex can turn it back into its own thing. Like you could close the door up or just put multiple locks or whatever. Yeah, so we're basically going to share a home, but it's going to be pretty separated. Like we're not living with my ex. It's just so like the boys do not need to keep going from house to house. They can just, their room is their room and that's it. They don't have to go between my house and her house. Not that they really have ever expressed that they care about that. And we've always made sure they've had the same exact schedule since we've split almost 10 years ago now. And so they're just very, very used to it. But every single time that they have to like leave me, it breaks my heart still to this day. And they're in the same town as me, and I have them, we share custody like 50-50, but I have them a wee bit more just because I'm home. And so I have them like 5 days out of the week. But they do go over there. We split the night. So anyway, to just never have to be away from them will mean everything to me, and I think it'll be nice for them too. And also Frank will love it because he gets so sad when Ben and Henry leave. And so that is the journey we are going on. We just talked with our realtor this morning or this afternoon. I don't even know what time it is. And we have come to a listing price that we're all comfortable with, and in a week we are going to be doing, within this next week, doing a couple little things just to like make the house look a little bit better, and then we will be listing it. And the other unit is not available until November 1st, so we will be moving in there. So there might be a month after closing and all that stuff where we might have to do like an Airbnb or something like that, which honestly I think that sounds kind of fun. Another thing that I've seen a lot of comments, like I'm sure people think like we're insane, but I saw one comment where someone said like, you must look like change, huh, or whatever. And yes, like that is something that Renee and I have in common, and I just love that about her, that we are both pretty spontaneous, and I just like crave change. I love like the stable, like being home and having a cozy place to live and, you know, a routine and stuff. But I grew up, I moved a lot. My mom's like, well, crazy, I don't know if, And if y'all remember my story about her, but we don't talk anymore. But anyway, she's a little crazy, and we moved a lot because of that. She never like kept a job and things like that, and she like was always in a new relationship, and I always honestly liked moving. And then once I was in high school and we had to move that last time, I didn't like it because I really loved my group of friends. So anyway, just getting off on a tangent, but I just really crave change now as an adult. Like, I really don't like being in one place for too long. Like, I've lived in Maine for my whole adult life, but I really like having a new space to like decorate and I don't know, we always like going places. Like, I love to be home, but I also really, really love like seeing the boys experience new things and all that. So anyway, I'm very excited for the change. I'm excited to have less yard, to be honest with you. I thought I wanted like this giant yard. We have so much yard space. We don't have a lot of acreage, which is weird. It feels huge, but we have like a double lot, and then we have like another lot in the back, and we just have like so much yard. Renee's always mowing. It's like all she does. And it's just a lot to keep up with on top of having 3 kids. And I'm just so excited to have like a teeny tiny yard space. So there is a yard space there for my dog. So my cats and my dog are coming with us. We do not have the farm animals anymore. I made a video on that on this channel, but in case you missed it, we don't have them. We rehomed them to a girl in town that I went to high school with who has a farm. So they are happy and loved there. But yeah, we're bringing our pets. So we'll have a fenced in yard for my dog, Callie, but less yard. I'm just excited to have less. And then long-term goal. So one of the big reasons too we're doing this is to take advantage of the equity in our home. Because it's a seller's market, I don't want to, it felt like when we bought it, like we overpaid. And it's always kind of been like scary. If anybody else has bought in the early, 2020s, like 2020 to 2022, you know that feeling that like everybody had to overpay, and it's quite terrifying. And so because it's like a stock market, it's like a market, it goes up and down, it's very like, is this gonna go down someday and then my house is worth like way less than what I paid? And that's just always really scary. But right now, because it's also like there's like a scarcity of homes, home value is like a lot, and it's definitely a seller's market, like I said. So we just really want to take advantage of that while we can, and then use that money to build up a savings, to save some money for the boys, go on a freaking family trip, which I have just really wanted to do. We've done small trips here and there. We went to Philadelphia, we've gone to New York City, Boston, like weekend trips, but I want to do like a whole week-long trip in London and Europe. And I want to take the kids and do stuff, like I know a lot of you can relate. Like, money is tough right now. It's I feel like it's tight for everybody, and the kind of money we might make off of this house is very exciting. And we also need a second vehicle. And so to be able to purchase a second vehicle will be amazing. I need to pay off a bunch of credit card debt, and and also the unit that we're moving into is going to cost us like less than half of what we pay here. So we'll just be in a much better spot financially and kind of take a breather with reselling. Like, it's I'm never gonna not do it, but the amount that I have to do to keep up with our bills and everything is not that I am complaining, but not that I'm complaining, because I love it. But I just it would just be nice to just kind of take a deep breath and do less and just focus on a little reselling, mostly content creation, like putting out videos for you guys, being present more with my kids, doing the renovations on the place and sharing all of that, and just living life a little bit more, less stressed. about money and things like that. And then long-term goal I was going to get to, and then I got off on a tangent. If the situation works for everybody, if we all feel comfortable living so close to each other, we all get along, but we've never, obviously, all three of us lived that close to each other. It will be very separate. We are not like living with my ex, so just so you know, but we will be living in the same building. So that we've never done that before. So if all of that works, we all are happy with the situation, we will likely stay there until the boys graduate, or at least until Ben graduates, which is like only like 4 years from now, which is wild. That, or we stay there for a year or two, saving up, building our credit, and then getting a bigger home. Like the plan is to get a bigger house for all of us, and this is just kind of like a breathing like moment, a stepping stone, a reset situation, giving time for the, you know, all of us to be close so that the boys can just not have to go back and forth, and just a big reset basically. And then if we don't get a bigger house, then once the boys graduate, we would likely figure out where they're going. I don't know if both boys are going to end up going to the same state for college or what they're going to do. And so everything's kind of up in the air for like when they're out of school, because Renee and I don't personally want to stay in the town we live in with Frank for the entirety of his schooling, because he's a lot younger than the older boys. He's 7 years younger than Henry. We eventually would like to like go somewhere else and like try another state or try another country, like just do something, you know. But we're kind of tied down here because Ben and Henry are very, you know, much farther along in their schooling, and I don't want to like rip them away from that. And also my ex is here, she doesn't want to leave, so we're just kind of like stuck here until the boys graduate. Yeah, this is a really long video, and if you're still here, I love you. But yeah, that's the gist of it, and I'm so excited about it. I'm excited to take you guys with me. I'm going to show you everything. Of course, I'm going to show you the renovations, what the place looks like before, the moving process, like literally everything. I will never be done thrifting. We're still going to be thrifting. But I just wanted to explain why we're moving, because I feel like a lot of people were like, ma'am, what? What you doing? You just made your house cute. Why are you leaving? So that's that, and I appreciate you guys. Let me know down below, like, if you have any more questions or what your thoughts are. I would just love to chat with you guys. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!